Hey YouTube. I know it's been a minute, but y'all, after the worst earache I've ever had encountered in my life, and then after finally 3 weeks of that shenanigans, then um, I should say, I'm still in kidney failure. So, y'all, the worst back pain, the worst side pain, the worst pain. I mean, to me, I feel like out of all the surgeries that I've had, this is the worst pain ever. I don't remember having a pain this severe as the pain that I've had for the last uh, it's almost been a month. It's just a few days shy of being a month. But so I have good news, then I have some kind of bad news. So between the earache and the my kidneys being in failure, that's the bad part. Um, the good part is they're taking me off all of my medicines except my Lasix, which is, you as if you don't know. So I have allergies and they're just really kicking my butt. Um, Other than the allergies, oh sorry, Lasix. Um, is a water pill, so I have to stay on that because of the heart failure. So everything else, so I'm down to just that one pill. I'm not on any blood pressure. I'm not even on the Jardians. And yes, I said Jardians, and yes, I know it's for diabetics, but it's also for heart patients. It's to keep our kidneys and our heart from, it's keeping your kidneys from being fatty. Don't ask me what that means. I have no idea, but I know it has something to do with a fatty kidney, and that's not a good thing. But I know that Jardiance also works for, it keeps your heart pumping the way your heart is supposed to pump. And so they took me off the daily chemo and also the intravenous. And also I'm not getting my bone infusion combination. But this last chemo put sores in my mouth, which was not the business. It's never the business. It's like, sorry, I had a hair in my mouth. I'm gonna have these dogs, and yeah, dogs. It's just been kind of a lot. So I know I always say, I'm not gonna be. I know that spider is not flying towards my dog. Oh, it's not spider, it's that. Um, my skin looks good, all except for these damn eye under eye things. The under eye stuff I've been using has been pretty good, but girl. And I know I'm kind of all over the place, but I feel kind of discombobulated because I got this headache. And the headache is part of, for one, it's allergy. It's an allergy headache. And two, it's part of being taken off the meds, and I'm having like withdrawals. So that's not good. But it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I thought, well, they thought they might have to put me in the hospital, but as you can see, I ain't in the hospital. I'm sitting in my living room suffering with these allergies. I feel like I need to cough up some junk, and I don't do that. That's why I make me throw up, and I don't do that. I try not to do that. So they're taking me off my medicine. My last MRI said there was no lights. And when I say lights, it means, so when you are diagnosed with cancer, on the MRI or on the CT scan, it looks like little lights are on parts of your body. So I didn't have any of those. And the cancer that's in my bones has not moved in the last 2 years. So she said that I'm in, well, my oncologist said that I'm in remission. And she's very surprised because very few stage 4 metastases go into remission at any time. Usually your cancer stays whatever number, whatever the highest number was that it started, you fluctuate between 100 and 200 of it either going down or going up. And my numbers are under 100 right now. So they're kind of wondering if it's because I had childhood cancer and if because of the fact that I've had 5.5 years of cancer meds as a kid, and they were at that time, what do you call it? They were new on the market, and I was one of the first, I think it was 2 or 3 people who had used those drugs on. And honestly, I'm the only person that's here from those particular drugs. But now, one of the drugs that I was on as a kid was called methotrexate. They now use methotrexate for arthritis people, people who have arthritis. I don't know what kind of arthritis, but they use it for people who have arthritis. And it's still a cancer med. It's just they no longer give that particular cancer medicine to children. They now only give it to adults because they said that, well, heaven knows how many kids had to die from that chemotherapy for them to realize that that was a horrible drug. Because I can tell you, that was a horrible drug. Methotrexate is this, it's highlighter green, or is it highlighter yellow? It's like a greenish yellow. It almost looks like it's, sorry, I'm sitting, my front door is open. You probably hear, well, you can see as cars are going by, the light changing. But I hope y'all can see me because I am sitting on my couch and it's dusk because it's almost 7 o'clock. It's dusk. But anyway, they no longer give methotrexate to children. And, you know, that medicine tastes so horrible. And when I say tastes, unfortunately, I'm one of the people who I can taste, like when they rub that alcohol on you. I can not only do I smell it, but I can taste it. And it is not the business. It's a taste you'll never forget. It's a taste that takes days to come out of your mouth. I mean, when I have to have blood work or I have to have chemo, I always try to either eat something good, something fatty, because I've found out that if I eat something fatty afterwards, I usually don't throw up. I also noticed that as long as I stay on this protein diet, and the protein diet that I put myself on, like I eat a lot of salads with a lot of chicken. I eat a lot of fish. I'm Catholic, so I try to make sure that on Fridays, I eat fish. I don't want to go into the religion part, but how I do my portion of my religion. Now, I already messed up by getting divorced. I've been divorced twice. So I already messed up. And then you're supposed to not, well, you're supposed to have children until your body says, we ain't doing that no more. But I'm sorry. I knew my husband was not the one. I knew he was not the one. He was not my forever person. He was not. Mm-mm. He was not. My kid's dad, mm-mm. He was not the one. We have been divorced now for 20 some odd years, maybe 30 years, I think. If it ain't 30, it's almost 30 years. Because our divorce was finally final. I think our youngest was 10 or 12 years old. Something like that. I don't remember. It's not something that I like to remember. I like to go over. It's just, it was a bad situation, and I wouldn't wish that on an enemy. He was not the business. He really was not the business. But I'm doing a lot better. I don't feel as much pain as I felt these last 3 weeks. Well, 3.5 weeks. I don't feel as much pain. This is probably the second time sitting in my living room since like the end of February. Okay, so it has been about a month. It has been a month. Because it's been like since the last week in February. I was in the bed because, for one, it was chemo time. And chemo now kicks my butt. It's like, I have chemo, and it's like it takes me 2 weeks to get myself together, to get back to feeling like myself. Because when I make it to December, and I say when because I'm positive, it'll be 5 years. I've already beat the odds. Generally, stage 4 only lives 3 to 4 years. And it's contingent on, they say 3 to 5, but in the last 4 months, I've lost 8 of my fellow warriors. And the last 3 were in their 4th. They hadn't quite made their 4th year. The other ones barely made their 2nd year. And I mean, I don't think that they died from the cancer itself. I think they died from complications from having the cancer. Because we all have started having heart problems. We all have had, well, not all of us have pacemakers, but some of us have stents in our heart because the cancer medicine, when the doctors say that it ravages your body, it ravages your body. My heart wouldn't be in the condition that it's in if it wasn't for this last cancer. Between the Ibrance and the Furosemide, not Furosemide, that's Lasix. The Zometa. I think that's the one. That might be my bone, what you call it, but whatever the name of my intravenous medicine, if it wasn't for that and the Ibrance, they mess with my heart. They mess with my kidneys. They mess with my liver. I have gallstones, something I have never had before. I have gallstones. Excuse me. But my gallstones they weren't really hurting me that I could think of. Because I just now found out your your liver is here. But just under your right boob. Well, if you're a lady, it's under your right boob. I just found out that's where it's at. I know your kidneys are in your back. They're like, one hangs on each one of your hips. I know that. Well, they hang above your hips. So when I say my back hurts, my lower back be like on. And this last week and a half has been on my left side, just under my last rib, my left side. Yeah, my left side. Um, that one was hurting the most. That one had the most pain was right there. And I'm telling you, I could barely. So I got 2 dogs now. So Penny is 17. She just turned 17 in February. Chanel is, let's see, November, December, January, February, March. Oh, wow, she's 5 months. Okay, I was saying she was 4 months. I mean, she was 3 months. No, she is 5 months old. She 5 months this month on the 28th. So, well, she just made 4 months on the 28th of February. Chanel is a lot of work. I haven't had a puppy since I was like 26, 27. And then I had what was that dog? It was a Chow Husky mix. It was the cutest little puppy. Oh my gosh. He was pure white and he had baby blue eyes. He was so pretty. But he was a hot mess. He was a hot mess. Oh my goodness. He was a hot mess. That dog was so much energy. He was too much for me. I worked too much to have him. If you have a Chow, a Husky, they're a lot of work. They have to be. They're the kind of dogs that have separation anxiety. So as long as you're with them, they're good. But as soon as you leave, I'm telling you, I bought a cage for this fool. When I came home, there was doo-doo everywhere. I caught myself putting him in the kitchen. I took the table out the kitchen, all the chairs. This fool had ripped the whole cage apart. Doo-doo was, when I say everywhere, I had to come home and mop walls. Doo-doo was everywhere. That fool was mad as heck. And then I came home and this fool was sitting in the kitchen. He wasn't on my carpet, because if he'd have been on our carpet, he would have got the beat down. That fool was in the kitchen sitting like, okay, now what? What you gonna do? He know what I did. I beat the shit out of that dog. I beat the shit out of him. So the next day when I went to work, me and him had a conversation. I said, look, if I come home and you have pooped in my house, it's gonna be me and you, dude. Me and you. Then I think he was like maybe a year. I mean, he might have been 2. When I came home, he had not pooped. He peed. He did pee. He didn't pee on my carpet. He didn't pee on my furniture. But he did go and pee in my kitchen. I was mad as hell about that because he peed in the corner, all up against the wall. I was like, how many times you went there and peed? How many times? It was a whole puddle, y'all. It was a whole puddle. Again, mopping walls. Mopping, what do you call them? Sideboards, footboards. Y'all know what I'm talking about. At the bottom of the wall, that board that be down there, that part. And I'm kind of OCD. I ain't bad with it, but I'm a little cray-cray about that. I do clean my toilet every day, sometimes 2 or 3. If I poop, I clean the toilet. If someone comes over and uses the toilet, I clean the toilet. I do. From the seat that they sat on, when they lean their back up against the, I clean it. Yes, I do. I go in there with bleach. I do. I'm kind of, I don't know. I just feel like the toilet is a place where you expose your most private parts, and everybody deserves a clean bowl. And I think I deserve a clean bowl. Anytime I go in there, it's a clean bowl. Trust and believe. It's clean. You ain't never got to worry about when you look down at my toilet and see no ring. You don't see no ring. And you certainly don't see the tracks of nobody's tears skating up and down my toilet bowl. And I think y'all know what I mean. But anyway, I digress. So no chemo until May. I don't have to take any pills, any oral chemo at all, because they're trying to give my kidneys a break. My kidneys are really struggling this time. They were really bad. I don't think that I've ever felt, and trust me, I be in kidney failure. Sometimes it's, at one point it was every other month. They were saying, "Oh, you're in kidney failure. Okay, we need to, like, they'll take me off of like 1 or 2 meds." But this time they took me off everything but one. And y'all, I take like 20. No, it's 30 meds now. It's 29 or 30 different medicines I take now. So they took me off everything except for the Lasix, which is the water pill. And I gotta keep the water pill because, as you can see, I am swollen. This is the biggest I've ever been, except for when I was pregnant with my youngest, and I had toxemia, which y'all don't call it toxemia no more. This new generation call it some, I forget what it's called. But I had that, and this is the biggest I've ever been. And it is not the business. I got Dunlap's disease like a mug. My stomach has never been this big. I look like I'm ready to have, this is how big I was when now my heart was a little bit bigger when I had my youngest. Excuse me. I don't know why I have heartburn. Everything should have done, all I had was eggs and bacon. I don't know. But, again, I take it that's good and bad because, well, I don't gotta do no chemo. Yippee-ki-yay. And I don't have to take all those medicines. That is a blessing in itself. I kid you not. There are some days when I get up and I cannot swallow. I can't even eat. I can't drink anything. Sometimes I might not eat until 2 or 3 o'clock in the evening because I just can't do it. I just can't do it. When I brush my teeth, sometimes 2 or 3 minutes in, I'm ready to throw up. I'm ready to throw up. So I've tried 5 or 6 different toothpaste because at first I thought it was a toothpaste, but no, it's me. It's me. So I can't sometimes brush my teeth is like an immediate, it's like it gives my body reason to gag, to start trying to throw up something. It don't even matter if something's in my stomach or not. I'll be like on gag status. I'll be like, what? And I don't understand why. I don't. And I like minty toothpaste. I kind of strive for that, but that stuff that don't have no flavor, ugh. Like the stuff you get from the dentist, I'll be like, ugh. Now that stuff do make me throw up. Every time I get a fluoride treatment, I throw up. Every single time. Matter of fact, I have to make an appointment to the dentist. Because it's time for cleaning and it's time for, I hope that I'm too old for fluoride now because I will be 62 this year and I should not need no doggone fluoride. My teeth should already be what they're gonna be, and fluoride ain't gonna help them. Especially considering, y'all, they put poison in me, so it's a miracle that I got teeth. I mean, as y'all can see, look at that. It's already chipped my teeth. Let's see that. I already chipped my teeth, and the 2 front at that. How you supposed to be cute? Your shit fucked up. Okay. I don't understand. How you supposed to stay cute and your shit fucked up? So now it makes me talk. You know, it makes me conscious that when I talk, you don't see that. When before, shoot, I was showing all of them because I got all my teeth, every single one. Every one you're supposed to have. I've never had a cavity. No, wait, I'll take that back. I had a cavity this last time I went to the dentist. But he said it was a small cavity. It wasn't like, you know, he didn't really have to do anything to it. But he did anyway. I think he put some of that silver stuff in it. But it's the first time I ever had a cavity that, you know, Because I kid you not, I've always felt, um, if you're a woman, the one thing you should do, your cooter and your teeth should be clean. You should never, nobody should, I mean, everybody has a day that their breath is like on stank, must stink, mixed stank status. But you can taste it when your mouth is fucked up. Sorry. You can taste when your mouth is messed up. You can. You can taste it. A lot of times it's because you haven't eaten anything, or sometimes it's because you ate whatever it is you ate, and your breath was like, we not having none of that. Sorry, this wig is itching. I just washed my hair and my scalp, and that be making my head itch. But I just wanted to come on here, show my face. Since today I was having a good day, I feel a lot better today. I feel a lot better than I have this whole month. So, just to let y'all know, I'm still here. I'm still around. I'm still kicking. I am. So like, comment, subscribe. Share this with someone who is either facing some kind of cancer, or they're facing some kind of something where they might need to see that they're not the only one that's going through what they are about to face. Because trust me, regardless of how you might feel, you are not the only one. You are never the only one. You just might feel you're the only one because so-called family, so-called significant others, suddenly now you've changed because now you're sick. They don't know how to talk to you. You're still you. You're just sick. But suddenly they don't know how to talk to you anymore. They don't know how to come at you because, now they feel like they're, what was I told? They don't feel like they can bother you the way that they've been bothering you because, you're sick now. So they don't feel like it's comfortable talking to you because they don't know how you're going to take stuff. They don't know if you're going to fall apart and just start crying, or fall apart, or whatever shenanigans they claim. But best believe, it's on them. It's not on you. And don't you let them think, don't you let them make you believe it's you. Because it's not you, it's them. It's them. We're going through what we're going through. And trust and believe. Even though people say, oh, hey, I'm going to be there for you. All you got to do is call me. Don't you believe that? Don't believe it. There are those couple who might be there. But trust. You're the only person getting poked. You're the only person getting prodded. You're the only person throwing up. All they can do is either sympathize or empathize with you, and trust and believe. If you're any kind of person that has any kind of, how you say, if you hold yourself on any kind of pedestal, you don't want someone's sympathy, and you really don't want their empathy, to be honest. At least I don't. I don't want either one of those. I want you to treat me like who I am, who I've been, who I be. Because I haven't changed. I'm just sick. And if you know me, I'm still the asshole that I was before I was sick. I ain't changed. I'm just sick. Maybe you think it's different because I'm sick, but I ain't changed. I'm still the booty head. I'm still going to tell you about yourself. I'm still going to have no filter. I'm still going to laugh at you when you're doing dumb stuff. And I'm going to laugh in your face and tell you about yourself. I'm still her. I still do that. And no, it ain't because I'm sick that now I'm even meaner. Well, it might be. Because now I feel like I don't have no patience. I don't have no tolerance for shenanigans. I just don't. So now when you're doing dumb stuff, I'm going to tell you you're doing dumb stuff. And I might not say it nice because you're doing dumb stuff, so why should I talk nice to you? You're doing dumb stuff. So Yo, let's be real out here. We got a president that don't care about nobody but himself. We got this president talking about he worried about who's gonna be the president of some other country that we don't have nothing to do with. He want to choose who they choose for their president. Yo, the audacity of some people. But let's have some more tolerance. Let's try to live our lives in peace. Let's try to actually be there for people. When you say that you're going to be there, let's try actually being there. Because trust me, all we want you to do is listen. That's it. And we're not going to tell you everything. We're only going to tell you the pretty parts. Now, if you're there to see some of the horror, you're there to see some of the horror. But mostly, we're not going to tell you about the horribleness. And we're not going to tell you how we felt about it. We're going to make it seem like it's what it was. When it really was horrible. But we went through it because in order to overcome something, you got to go through it. You got to face it. So that's what we do. We face it. And we move on. Or at least that's me. That's me. It is what it is. Thank y'all for listening. I know I was all over the place. But it's been a minute since I talked to y'all. And I want to try and tell y'all what all I've been going through and what's going on in my mind, what's going on in my head. So, this time for real, I'm going to end this. So, it was real. I appreciate y'all. I see you new people. I see y'all. I see you and I appreciate you. I do. I'll talk to you soon. Bye, YouTube.